Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to Rimworld, where we are now starting a brand new mini-series for Alpha 17. I clung on to 16 probably a little bit longer than I wanted to, because I was really enjoying where the colony was going. However, it's time to move on. I can't stick with 16 forever. We're going to go with the 17. We're going to go with a new challenge, and we're going to see what we can make of a brand new Rimworld colony. This series, I'm planning on making it a little bit faster pace in terms of progress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself a target to achieve during the episode, and then whether I achieve it or not, I'm going to set myself a target to achieve before the next episode. So I'll show you what I've done since last time, and hopefully that way we're going to get some rather quick progression through the technologies and through building, and I'm hoping to have pretty big colony by the time we get through a few episodes of this, and hopefully before the next alpha comes out. So let's start with the brand new colony. Now, this is going to be a crash-landed scenario. What it is some of the people from last time tried to escape. Basically, it's a long story, but it all went terribly wrong when they met this guy called Leonard, and he reckoned he could get them off the planet, and the three of them got into a ship, and then it crash-landed. But it's fine. They survived. And that's what we're going to be going with. If we go with next, you can see that we get to choose our storyteller. We're going to go with classic Cassandra. We're going to go with rough, because I generally like to choose the midpoint, and some challenge sounds a little bit easy. Yes, so there we go. We have chosen that. I think next we're going to go on and find our colonists. Oh no, it's the world first. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a random seed. Let's do one that is interesting. That won't do. We don't need a total globe map. You know what? 30% will mean is already. We'll do a 50% world. And we'll keep everything on normal. Let's generate that. And there we are. Now, of course, because we're in the new version, there's rivers and paths and all sorts of other things to consider. And also, if I remember correctly, the rest is just ocean on the other side. It's not like a blank map anymore. So there's just a one landmass, which I think is a very good way of doing it. They need to sort out the poles, probably. Just having half a pole doesn't make as much sense. Right, so we are going to get ourselves in. We're going to choose a landing site. We're not going to do it randomly. I'm going to choose one because I kind of want to make sure that we have a river involved, because why not? In fact, a river and a road would be brilliant. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So there's a stone road and a large river. Okay. Average temperature is quite high. Winter temperatures. Okay, so the equator is quite warm around there. I'm thinking there's a lot of nice stuff going on around here. I would like to go in a green area. A green area with a road and a river. Green area with a road and a river. That kind of river kind of goes to the top there. Oh, look at that one. That one could be good. Winter temperatures -10. Wow, that's pretty chilly, but I'm sure we'll be able to deal with that, right? Do you think? Maybe. Right, I'm gonna have a quick look around just to see if there's anywhere else I fancy, and then we'll get started. Okay, I had a scout around and I decided to settle on this particular landing site. Our guidance navigation system just held out long enough for us to be able to choose where we crash landed, thanks to Leonard's in-app spaceship. And yeah, we've got an okay temperature. We're near a body of water. We've got some a landmass nearby. There's a few other settlements not too far away. We've got a road and a river. Kind of ticks all the boxes of all the different sorts of environments I wanted to be quite nearby. There's some mountains over there which maybe we could travel to. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Okay, let's go next. and here we have our 3 colonists. Doc, Nudger and Brandon all decided to leave the colony. I think Nudger came back to life after dying, but it's fine. I can't remember what happened. But we can see here that Doc is still quite good at shooting and medicine, as he was previously. Nudger is quite good at shooting animals, at growing and construction. A little bit of cooking in there. Let's just check Doc's cooking. Doc's cooking's not that great. And Wizard Brandon is good at shooting and medicine. Can do pretty much everything except crafting. A little bit good at cooking again. So overall, a bit of a mix. A couple of guys quite good at medicine. In fact, Brandon was a doctor. He was a boy soldier. He's a 29-year-old, and he was a marble doctor on a bomb-blasted world. First aid is often the only aid. So we're going to go forth and start off with our 3 bold adventurers on a brand new planet in Alpha 17. Okay, so here we are. We've just landed on this strange new world. We've got Doc, Nudger and Brandon and a load of items all crash landed from that terrible spaceship. There's some wild heel route, which I didn't realise was a thing. That must be new. If we look, we can see that there's a path going from north to south, bisecting the land there, and we've got a river going from west to east. Now there's there's a little room over there, but there's no rooms near the middle of the map that I kind of wish that I want to occupy. There's a nice little hut down here that maybe we'll make use of in the future. But I'm really thinking that I'd like the compound, if we're going to have a compound, I don't know if we're going to do compound, to be around here. But I think in hut to start with is probably the best bet. Maybe even digging into the hillside. There's some land down here that's no good. This is good fertile land actually, and perhaps this section where we already are might be a good way to go. Yeah, quite possibly. Okay, I don't think there's much for it. I think we're going to have to just build a wooden structure. Some more meal rations are over there, and see how we can survive. I'm thinking maybe north of the river actually is probably where I want to be right now, rather than in this area. I think this area around here, in fact this whole section, I'm liking the look of this area. So yeah, let's back ourselves into a corner here, and we're going to build up against the side of this wall to begin with and just kind of go out from there. So let's not go massive to begin with. I mean, this is quite big for a beginner hut, but there, that'll do. Right, that's our first thing. Go build that. Now, if we go to work, I'm going to change it to these ultimate priorities. We've got 2 doctors, which is good. Bed rest is all very important. Everybody should learn to flick. There we go. Wardening, not important. We'll give that down there. Now, construct. Everybody should be able to construct, and right now it's the most important thing apart from the important things. And then if we just put 3 on everything, we can adjust it as we go. So if we adjust that. Right, we need beds and we need ranged weapons for the hunters. Now, who's the hunter? Apparently all of them, but I know that Brandon's got a knife, so we're going to turn Brandon off from being a hunter. There we are, that's that bit sorted out. If we can get penned in and get beds, that would be good. Now, one of these guys can't cook very well. Which one is it? Cooking 4 for Doc, 5 for Nudger. Oh, they can all cook the same uselessness. So we may as well leave them all on the same. So we'll put them all as 3. 3s all over the place. Let's set the hunt in there. And the construct. Brilliant. Right, well that's that bit done. I'm thinking with regards to this area here, I'm not 100% sure the best way to go about putting bedrooms and stuff in. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to put beds in, and then we'll make rooms afterwards. So bed, space, space, wall, bed, space, space, wall, bed. Okay, we may have to chop some of the hillside out, but that's fine. In fact, that can just be the wall. Actually, that works. No, I wasn't expecting that to work. We're going to need a stockpile / dumping zone. I think the stockpile for now, if we just put it in the middle of the hut, and then we can move it later. Why not? And then we'll have a kitchen area down here with a food, and that can be the starting hut. Now, we're going to need some food. We're going to have to hunt these guys at some point. So, once this is constructed, we will do that. They're not far away. What's this? Silver ore. Fantastic. We all like a bit of silver ore. Right then. For now, they're going to do quite a bit of back and forth by the looks of it, picking up items to go into storage, and I think are they prioritising that over building the wall? No, cannot work on the wall near building materials. Okay, so if we go orders, there we go. Cut plants, cut that tree. No, that's not that's the wrong one. Cancel that. Not cut plants. Wrong one. Chop wood. Chop that wood. In fact, chop all of these woods. Okay, and prioritise that. So Doc, you do that tree. Nudger, you do that tree. And Brandon, you do that tree. Let's get ourselves penned in as quickly as possible. That helps with things like temperature and security and at least 3 other things I can't think of right now. I'm also thinking about maybe penning myself in the corner of the map. I'm not sure. I do like, I mean, look at all these raw materials are this steel means that area is going to be gone. So I'm thinking that the whole base should be just up here in this area, and then we have this as farmlands, and maybe we should have separate bases and spread it out and have a farm village and a something else village and oh yeah, I love that idea. I mean, we're talking a little bit more long term, but maybe. Right, now who's the best at cutting plants? Let's have a look at that. So plant cut. I don't know if that's harvesting trees or whether that counts as something else, but Nudger, stop shooting that and cut this tree down. Doc, the same for you. Cut the tree down. In fact, if we go and put plant cut higher than everything else on that list, except the things that are highest, hopefully we'll actually get things built. Now, if we look at our research, until we build a research station we can't do any, but you can see we already have electricity, which includes the batteries, solar panels, air conditioning, and a few other things as well, which is really good. So we're getting a head start from what we had previously anyway. That's good. The wall's not far off being done, beds are going in. You know what I feel like? Where's Doc gone? Doc, what are you doing? Oh, there he is. He's eating food. Oh, yes, food. That's going to be important. Well, we'll have to make a campfire. Or should we do... Yeah, we'll start with a campfire, because that's going to keep us warm and we can cook food on there. So we'll go Bill's... that's not Bill's. Campfire. Oh, it's only a blueprint. Of course, it's only a blueprint. Yeah, that's all good. We need a bit more wood, so orders, chop a little bit more wood. Natural heal root growing there as well, that's nice. And I think, oh look, there's some natural berry bushes. Right, so if I go harvest, no, hang on a second. Orders, harvest. We can harvest these local natural berry bushes. Is there anything else around here to harvest? Oh, more berry bushes. Brilliant. Is there going to be a little source of food? What's Doc doing? You are harvesting the raspberry bush. I don't want you to harvest the raspberry bush. I want you to build stuff. Okay. I want you Build that. Thank you. Cracking. What's Nudger up to? Nudger is getting survival food. Fair enough. I'm not going to complain too much about that. What time is it? 1400 hours. Right, Doc, what are you getting? You're getting wood. Good. I like it when he gets wood. Right, we're going to speed things up a little bit. There we are. Make sure everybody is doing what they need to. A little bit of berry gathering. Right, now, we're going to do campfire bills. Add bill. We're going to cook a simple meal. And we're going to do it until we have 10. There we go. Now, they're all going to do the cooking. They're going to share the responsibility of cooking. So we have beds, we have a roof, we have a fire, we're going to bring our resources in, we've got loads of plants. I'm now going to undo the priority of plant cut and construct to make it even. And we're going to start with this. Obviously Nudger and Doc are going out shooting. Brandon's collecting and making meals. As night falls. And as night falls, we have a good situation here, I feel. We've got an enclosure, a roofed enclosure, with beds. I think one of these guys, if I remember correctly, is a night owl. So it's not Doc. Nudger. Nudger is a night owl. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch Nudger over and say, instead of having hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours sleep at night. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours sleep in the day. We're going to put it there, like that, and we'll see how that works. Hopefully that means there's a nice balance of everything that's going on. Right, day 2. We're doing okay on the resources. I would prefer them to pick up all the different bits and bobs that are lying around. How we're looking, we've got lots of resources. Food and meals are coming along okay. We've got vegetarian options, which is nice. Nudger's now in bed for some reason. Oh yeah, he's the night owl. Yeah, okay. So I think up here we'll see how things progress and how they go in the future. Brandon's just getting some resources. I don't know what's happening here with this ship chunk. He's deconstructing it. I'm kind of interested to see what comes of that. But we have 5 meals. I'm quite happy with that. Wow, components and steel, fantastic. Loving it. I'm a little bit worried that we're not going to have too much stuff to eat. Turkeys, we should almost certainly hunt them. And I think we are getting to the point where we've almost got all the must-haves. For joy, there's no reason at all why we shouldn't have the horseshoe pin outside. We do need more wood, so orders, chop wood, and let's find some wood yielding trees nearby. There we go. Brilliant. And I think we are pretty much there. Obviously we need to put production in, but I'm going to hold off until we got electricity because I feel like we can build that soon. There's no reason in my book why we shouldn't be able to have a solar field in and full-blown electrical stuff going on straight away. So furniture's looking fine as well. Maybe we should put a lamp in at some point as well. We'll need some sandbags as well for security and traps, so that's all probably going to be next episode. We haven't got any graves. Hopefully we won't need any graves for a while. And heaters and coolers and vents is all to do with electrics as well, so it looks like we're relatively solid until we find more stuff to do with electrics. Doc's out hunting, Brandon's collecting stuff, Nudger's hunting as well. I'm a little bit worried that this stuff is not going to get put away where it needs to. So for the rest of now, I'm going to say, right, hauling is the most important thing you can do apart from the important things. We're kind of just doing a manual override on everything here, just to make sure that the important stuff's done at the beginning. So what's Doc doing here? He's still doing a bit of hunting. Oh, there's some stuff we can have. We'll have that. Thank you. And hopefully this stockpile here, let's have a look. Storage. So we put everything except chunks in. We have no human-like, animal corpses? What's human-like corpses? Allow colonist corpses? No. Animal corpses, yes. Because then we can sort it all out. So we've got no chunks and some corpses. That's fine. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Right then. Nudger is frantically going around putting things away. All this stuff is probably all these medical supplies, yet they're deteriorating because they're unroofed. Really, Nudger, I want you to get these. Prioritise hauling those medical supplies. That's quite an important thing. Now, is there any areas which are naturally defensible? I'm not sure. I feel like if I put myself up against a map edge with defense bunkers, that might be a good way to go. Either that, or we could breed so many turkeys that enemies can't move for them and they get pecked to death. That could be a way forward as well. I'm thinking turrets more than anything else, to be honest. Well, here we go. We need defences, and yes, we're definitely going to need that. I'm thinking that for now what I'm going to do for defences is just... I wanted to put something on the front of here, but the likelihood is they're going to appear from down this area here. So I'm thinking a defence bunker over here. A temporary defence bunker. Like that. And we'll see how that goes. Of course they're all doing that now. Who's best at construction? 1, 4 and 0. Wow. So everybody's rubbish at constructing except Nudger. We definitely need some people to join this colony and help us out with that stuff. We've got components, we've got food. We've brought all over the packaged survival meals, that's good. And that security isn't going to get built until tonight now, because Nudger's the only one really doing that. But I think that's most of the important stuff picked up and moved. Yes, it is. So we'll put haul back to what it needs to be. And these guys can go off and do what they want for a little while. Oh, Brandon's doing some constructing. Oh well, they're only sandbags, I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. And that'll be our little bunker that we can just hide in as a just-in-case bunker until we get round to doing something a little bit more permanent. Well, there we go. There is the first episode of this Let's Play. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm very interested to see what's going to become of this area, what we can expand into. So join me next time, where I will hope to have a basic electric setup ready to start expanding into things. So I'm going to get power production done, and then we're going to start bringing in things like cookers, heaters and lamps and stuff next time, and of course security. Well, thanks for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, hit the dislike, and I will see you sometime soon. Take care and goodbye.